Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is the question to the Cabinet Secretary.
Sorry, let me give some guidance. I will call all the questions to be asked at the same time, and then we can give a few senators for interventions. So proceed.
Most appreciated, Speaker. This is the question to the Cabinet Secretary for Education. Could the Cabinet Secretary confirm that Visa Oshwal Primary School in Westlands constituency, Nairobi, standing on LR number 209/5996, was categorized by the Ministry of Education as a public school in 1997? Secondly, Mr. Speaker, could the Cabinet Secretary provide the history of ownership of a said land and explain what the government is doing to settle the land dispute tussle, the land ownership tussle between the school and a private developer laying claim to the land? Finally, Mr. Speaker, let the CS for Education tell us what the fate of the 2,500 learners of the Visa Oshwal Primary School is in light of impending eviction by the private developer. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The other two questions from Senator Morango, Senator for Kirinyaga County. Senator Kirori Oroba has approached the chair that she has been requested to ask the questions on behalf of the Kirinyaga County Senator. Proceed and ask the two questions simultaneously.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question number 006 by the Senator for Kirinyaga County. Could the Cabinet Secretary indicate the staffing levels at Kirinyaga University, indicating the number of academic, administrative, and support staff? B, what proportion of each cadre of staff in the university is from the local community? And could the Cabinet Secretary clarify whether there is a policy in place requiring universities to employ a fixed quota of staff from the local community? And C, what measures has the government put in place to ensure that institutions of higher learning involve the local community in their operations? Question number 024 by Senator from Kirinyaga County, James Murango. A, are there plans by the government to establish a national polytechnic or technical training institution in Kirinyaga County? And if so, could the Cabinet Secretary clarify whether budgetary allocation for the same will be made in the financial year 2024-2025? B, what initiative has the government taken to establish at least one national polytechnic or technical training institute in all 47 counties? Thank you.
The other questions from Senator Hedy. I cannot see him around. And Senator for Kakamega County. And Senator for Tharaka-Nithi. These three senators cannot see them around or any other instructions from them. Let the CS respond to the questions by Senator Sifuna and Senator Morango. I'm told Senator Boni wrote a letter that he is not around. So, and Senator Ketch, maybe you come back and ask his question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the honorable members for according me this opportunity to respond to the number of questions raised by the Senate. I will start with the question from the Senator Nairobi County, which is about this particular school. And I want to state that the Visa Oshwal Primary School was registered as a public school by the Ministry of Education, filed a registration certificate number PE/572/97, dated 12th August 1997. Again, the school was registered again to align with the status of the County Education Board on the 6th December 2016. Copies of the registration have been provided herewith, and in 2023, Honorable Speaker, the school was also approved to host the junior school. Currently, the school has a total enrollment of 2,535 runners, comprising 1,273 boys and 1,262 girls. They had 91 runners in ECD, 2,347 runners in primary school, and 742 runners in the junior school. There are 45 teachers employed by the Teachers Service Commission and 45 staff employed by the Board of Management and the Nairobi City County Government. The school serves about 1,800 parents and guardians. Honorable Speaker, the land on which the school stands, that is error number 209/5996, was granted by the Government of Kenya to the Fisa Oshwal Community Nairobi Registered Trustees way back in 1954. The land was granted for 99 years, effective 1954. The conditions of the grant include that the land shall be used for the construction of a school, and that the lease shall terminate if the school ceases to operate as such. That is only for purposes of the school. The school initially ran as an all-Asian school before runners from other races were admitted in the year after independence, specifically starting from 1969. All along, Mr. Speaker, the school was run with teachers employed by the Teachers Service Commission on the understanding, of course, that this is a public school, and it also received monetary support under the free primary school program. However, the school buildings, on the other hand, were put up by the trustees. The question of whether the school is public or private, therefore, has been the subject of various court cases, and we have had protracted court cases for a number of years now, a total number of these cases being 5, which I'm sure the Honorable Senator from Nairobi is aware. The first one, Honorable Speaker, is Nairobi High Court Civil Case number 1474 of 2005, where the Fisa Oshwal community sued the then City Council of Nairobi. And they went to court alleging that the land on which the primary school operates since 1954 was built using the community resources, and therefore the City Council had taken it over and converted it into a public primary school without a role of authority. They there sought vacant possession of the property, and the court found, ruled in their favor as per the attached judgment, which we have been able to attach. However, the status quo remained. The second case was Nairobi High Court Constitutional Petition number 262 of 2013, where again it was the community, the Fisa Oshwal community, registered trustees, versus the Attorney General, Commission of Lands, and the Cabinet Secretary, Education then. And by letter dated 4th January 2013, the Commission of Lands wrote the trustees, giving them 6 months notice to surrender the subjected land, and the trustees, following that, filed a case against the commissioners, Commission of Lands, notice saying they violated their constitutional right to property and fair administrative action. On the 28th March 2014, the court dismissed the case as per the attached judgment. The court found that the school had been built on a public land since registration, having received the teachers from the Teacher Service Commission, and the funding was provided under the Free Primary Education Program. A copy of the judgment is attached, Honorable Speaker. Again, following that, there was a Nairobi Court of Appeal, Civil Appeal number 126 of 2014, where the Fisher Oshwal community, again, versus the Attorney General, Commissioner of Lands, and the Cabinet Secretary of Education. Again, this particular appeal judgment was issued on the 24th February 2019, and it was found to be in favor of the trustees. The court affirmed their rights over the land and held that there was no basis for the Commission of Lands to require the trustees to surrender their land. The Court of Appeal reasoned that the conditions in the grant did not categorize the school that was to be constructed, whether it was for public use or for private use. Following that, case number 4 now, the matter was taken to Supreme Court under application number 20E043 of 2020. The Board of Management and the Fisher Oshwal Primary School versus Fisher Oshwal Community, and then the Attorney General and the Minister for Education. And during that particular application, the School Board of Management applied for leave from the Supreme Court to appeal against the decision of 22nd February 2019 by the Court of Appeal. In its ruling, issued on 17th February 2022, the Supreme Court found that the fate of a public school is a matter of public interest and that the Board of Management should be allowed to ventilate the matter in a proper forum. The Supreme Court directed the school Board of Management to institute its claim at the Environment and Lands Court. Following that, a case was filed, Nairobi ELC number E176 of 2022. The Board of Management, again, versus these trustees, and the case wanted a declaration that indeed the school is a public primary school and the land in which it sits is public land for the public purpose of operating a school. The Minister of Education, in conjunction with the Attorney General, filed a replying affidavit in support of the school's case. In the meantime, the school also applied for conservative orders, which to instruct the trustees from interfering with the management of the school. This application was however dismissed by the court on 24th November 2022, but the original main application is still pending in the court. Honorable Speaker, therefore, the ministry is actually working on this matter with the Attorney General and the Board of Management to safeguard and maintain the position that this particular school is a public school, and the land being occupied there is for public purpose and not for private purpose as such. So our position is clear on that we will still continue fighting this matter in court until the true position is maintained that this is land for public use and that this is a public school. So the 2,500 students are still going on in this particular school. It has not come to a time where, of course, we can say that there are any such eviction orders which can be able to take effect. And we are still maintaining that and fighting the matter in court. I so submit, Honorable Speaker, sir.
Proceed with the